in any part of the game. Where the roll is, any sort of long ball, it's really difficult to take it in.
And Hot Custard looking to try and respond straight away on the halfway line. Pinson in the middle, number 23, trying to link up. And this time it's Wigan who are trying to hold strong and trying to scramble that defence, though. Hot Custard looking to go through the centre.
Good touch. Wow.
Really important touch just on the line. How many times have we said that this morning? That final, just when you think you've nabbed that try, it must be so frustrating.
It actually is. You've got to go all the way back, work yourself out again. They're getting pinged. They're getting pinged a few times.
So just over 5 minutes gone in this first half. Just a quick reminder, it is 10-minute half, so these games seem to fly by. It's another dive for the line, and this time, Hot Custard get it. And
they're in. It's Harry Goldman.
He certainly is.
Yep. He's a slippery fella.
He really is.
He gets low.
With the slick surface, does it feel easier to really just get in and dive?
You can just get down there and don't care about the consequences.
Is it one of the occasions where you wish you sort of bring a couple of spare shirts with you?
Yeah, I'm absolutely dripping right now. Seriously, bro.
Now, fortunately for us here in the commentary box, we have got a little bit of shelter with that pouring rain that came down earlier.
Yeah, I kept an eye on it up the whole time I was on the pitch. Yeah.
Good link up here by Wigan, looking to go back into a central position, just clinging on. It's a quick turnaround, though, looking to try and go through the centre.
Hey, good D. Solid D there.
But Hot Custard, well, it was Wigan who were on top in the opening couple of minutes, but Hot Custard have turned this around, defensively been really solid, and have got themselves in a 2-1 position on the scoreline. And looking to try and secure a semi-final place.
Lovely.
Hot Custard coming forward now. Down the centre, switching it to the left, brilliant hands, it's quick.
Oh my God.
Going to the corner.
Oh, wow, great touch there.
Brilliant touch. From our position, from the other side of the field, it felt like for a split second they just got it, Hot Custard.
Yeah, it did feel like that.
So that was brilliant work. In terms of these two teams, Wigan and Hot Custard, they are right at the top of the overall standings, Ruiz. What separates these two sides, would you say, from maybe the rest of the pack in the competition?
I think, well, the Wigan guys, they just good, tough game. They always bring it every time they get on the field. Oh my God, here we go, free intercept.
Unbelievable.
Can Arnie get it? No. Big Chris Arnold, he's a big boy.
He certainly is.
He wasn't going to make it.
Oh, and he's...
he'll be fine.
Just limping off now, but I'll go with Ruiz so that he's going to be fine, hobbling off. And
no, Custard, they're just a talented bunch of guys who, love each other's company and play a good bit of touch footy.
Certainly do, and they showed it in the European Club Championships back in 2019.
Yep.
And it was a brilliant victory in Maidenhead back, what feels like years ago now.
It feels like forever, eh?
It really does. And but it's just an absolute joy that we're back playing touch rugby again. And this is the third round, the final round of 3 in the Elite National Touch Series, with everything to play for. Wigan, with a semi-final place, will pretty much all but confirm that they win the overall competition. Hot Custard looking to try and do something about that. And 2 players come in and landing on the back. That could be an awkward landing, but
you can see it because it's so slippery. It's really difficult to keep your footing in attack and defence.
Alice Somerville there was who took the sandwich hit in the goal area.
Yep. It was her birthday on Saturday. Is it today? Yesterday even.
Well, what a birthday present that would be if Hot Custard could go all the way. They reached the cup final in round 1, beating London Scorpions in the final in a really tight game. And this time, Hot Custard going for the line.
There he is again, Harry Goldman. Told you it's slippery.
Harry Goldman. Again, the number 23 for Hot Custard is second of this first half, and what a performance from Hot Custard. And it just feels those fine margins are separating the two teams here.
That's literally it. That's finger width, man, seriously.
And Wigan will look to try and respond just before the break. Nearly just sneaking through, although that is half-time at the end of first half in what has been a pulsating game between Wigan and Hot Custard. Two teams who are battling out at the top of the overall league standings, and it's Hot Custard who lead 3-1 at the break. Okay, so just about to get back underway. Second half here of this Cup quarter-final between Wigan and Hot Custard, with Hot Custard leading by 3-1, and they will look to try and open the scoring in this second half. A score here for Hot Custard really would open things up. Do you feel, Reece, that this next score could be quite a crucial one potentially?
Massively, because you'll find Wigan trying to do all the things they don't want to do, go deeper into their playbook to try and get back into the game.
Well, the Wigan Warriors squad are over on this near side in front of us in the commentary box, and the cheers and the passion and the encouragement will be getting louder and louder for as long as Wigan can stay in this game.
Yeah.
Driving forward again, Wigan. Looking for an opening. Melling trying to lay the ball off. He can't this time.
Okay. Custard back up. And go. Another birthday for Custard is winger Kendall Fry. She's turned 30 on Friday as well.
Big celebrations all around there.
There will be, mate.
Oh, certainly with Hot Custard, they really do know how to enjoy themselves. But they are a good side, and this is an opportunity.
Wowee, Jamie, let's go.
Jamie Ironside, he was a central figure in their previous game that we saw here on field number 1, and Jamie Ironside again, just almost slicing through that Wigan defence like butter.
Sharp as his jawline. Unreal.
And the next score, and the potential crucial score, has gone in the favour of Hot Custard. And how pivotal could that be?
It's huge. The scoreline's huge, yeah.
4-1 to Hot Custard. And
yes,
they just have a brilliant knack, Hot Custard. They're just turning it on at the right times.
They really do. Even if they turn to tournaments with low numbers, they just love to graft. Okay, bit of a hard touch there.
And it could be, is it just a case now with Wigan not get frustrated, keep doing the things that you know and that can work, and just find the next score. As simple as that, really.
Literally it, yeah. They've got some great players. Great. Oh, okay. Wow. Some good defensive touches there from the ladies. Katrina Ware, Laura Cochran, killing it.
Katrina Ware was also on the scoreboard in the previous game for Hot Custard on pitch 1, but Warriors looking to try and hit back.
Like I said, that ball must be wet. It's just as slippy as.
Well, the one thing a couple of the players we've had on the commentary box today have been saying that one, the rain, and one of the sanitisation on the ball, it's adding another dimension to the whole thing.
Yeah, it's something we all have to deal with. So get used to it, guys.
Absolutely. But it's good that they're taking those precautions and getting these events on, for sure.
Exactly.
After 2 years, it feels like a lifetime since they were last playing, but we're back underway in the third round of the Elite National Touch Series with everything to play for still. And Hot Custard will be putting a lot of smiles on the faces of some of the teams up in the top half of the overall standings, with Wigan down 4-1 as it stands. 7 minutes remain of this second half. Hot Custard with the momentum, with the drive. Oh,
unlucky. Yeah. Again, wet ball. Love to go to the ground.
Really is just making all the difference at the moment.
Wow. Okay, let's see, the pressure's on.
And even the best teams, even the teams at the top, the teams being chased, find the pressure tough at times. And Sam Jones in the middle wearing a cap.
Yep, another slinky character. Old Dan Mayo in the link over there.
Here's Jones, a little no-look pass to his right. He gets it back again. Good work in the middle. And
Harry
that was
Goldman, slippery fish.
He is being brilliant, Harry Goldman. And so, of Hot Custard, they are racing ahead. It's 5-1 on the scoreline, and Hot Custard, well, they just turn up at the right times, and they just put the afterburners on. When they just see an opportunity, they go for it.
Yeah, they're very good at picking the right option. Let's see what Wigan can do in answer.
Well, they need a response. They desperately need to get this next score. Sam Grant, the Wigan #1, who's just controlling things at the moment. He'll receive this roll back. He just plays it to his right.
Well, Wigan flyer, he is absolutely rapid.
And at the moment, he's in a position where he can't really use that pace, can he?
Right now.
Is there a gap opening up?
Okay. Good defensive dive there from old Gus.
Custard as a collective have really defended solidly. And Wigan need to somehow find an opening. Can they find it now? Put under pressure.
Oh, looks like a potential drop ball.
I think it was. Just the first pickup just wasn't clean.
Okay, it looks like it's going to be Wigan's ball. Someone was holding on. Okay, so 6 more.
Well, these are the opportunities that Wigan have to take now with just under 5 minutes remaining on our clock.
Whoa, looks like Custard's now playing with 5 players. Yep, Kendall's having been sent to the side. For a full sub. Yeah, she's a quick girl.
She certainly is. Trying to get back in position. Is there going to be some space opening up? Wigan looking to try and take the opportunity. Here's Grant now, looking to arc his run through.
Okay, Custard's back to 6 now. Alice Summerfield.
It just feels that every time Wigan have a chance to go through, there's 2 Custard players on you all the time. Well, maybe some opening up here. Yeah. Grant takes the opportunity. Some good work from Jordan Melling as well, just to open that gap up, stepping to his right, releasing to his left.
Oh, lovely, nice little hold and give. Yeah, lovely.
And that is the score that Wigan desperately needed. It's going to take a monumental turnaround, but we've seen some comebacks before in touch rugby, and if there's one side you'd back to produce a remarkable comeback, it's probably Wigan. And here we go, the table's just turning.
Crikey.
The momentum just shifting here, the smiles on the Hot Custard players. They just never seem to get phased, Hot Custard, at all. It is quite remarkable.
Just a happy bunch of people, isn't
it? Yeah. Melling coming forward, trying to lay the ball off. He gets it back. Calls from the touchline. Being ignored by the referees. Wigan still building, but they've just been sort of halted, and Wigan just sort of stifling that attack. Melling going through.
You can see the slippy surface there. Poor Harry just fell over.
Certainly did, and that meant Jordan Melling could go through. And Wigan, slowly but surely at the moment, are just working their way back into it. It's Wigan 3, Hot Custard 5, with just 2.5 minutes remaining.
Wow, it is game on. See what this Custard team can do now.
Is this now all about game management?
Definitely. There's not much time left. You've got to complete your sets. And then D hard.
And Hot Custard looking to try and come through. There's the slip.
Whoa.
Oh, and at the moment, Hot Custard are just having a bit of a lapse of concentration at the moment, although not being helped by the conditions, of course.
They're losing out to the conditions.
Yes. Absolutely. It absolutely bounced it down with rain earlier, but it's clearer skies now. And the Warriors looking to drive forward. They've got the momentum. They're trying to push forward and break through this Hot Custard defence. Really good speed, really good pickups, looking to go right.
Wow.
Oh, and it can't be taken. That's good pressure.
Yeah, Katrina, good pressure again. Yeah. She didn't want to take that pass.
And that just feels that could be the chance that is gone now.
Potentially,
with a minute and a half.
A minute and a half, yeah.
It's going to be tough now for Wigan.
Be interesting to see what this decision is. Okay, Custard ball.
And Hot Custard will, will take their time, but they're just not that team to do that. They love to come forward.
They just love scoring tries.
They really do. And that is what makes them such an exciting team to watch. Here is Ironside laying it all off. It was Goldman, in fact, in the centre there. He gets it back, driving forward, or just in the ruck, but...
Okay, another 6. And it looks like Custard are playing with 4 girls. Good on them.
Almost just ambling forward.
Yeah, this is the game management part of it, exactly. Yeah.
With the seconds ticking down, maybe an opportunity.
Got a
Block.
hand in there.
Block on the line. Otherwise, they were through there, Hot Custard, to potentially wrap up this game. Well, with 25 seconds remaining, Hot Custard on course for the Cup semi-final. And another dive for the line, and touch comes in. There goes the hooter.
A little bit early, but...
Final phase of play. There comes the touch. There is the full-time whistle. And it's Hot Custard who advance through to the Cup semi-finals. And what a intriguing matchup that was. We predicted that it could be a fascinating match. And it's Hot Custard that come out on top, Reese.
Great game.
It certainly
Love
was.
to see it.
Well, Reese, thank you very much for joining me in the commentary box. It's been
problem.
an absolute pleasure, and good luck for your semi-final against Nottingham Hoods, which will be coming up on field number 2 very shortly. But here on field number 1, we're back to the Plates semi-finals. London Scorpions taking on Raptors Touch, coming next. So, welcome back here to Oxford Rugby Club. It's the final round of the National Elite Touch Series, and we are got a plate semi-final coming up for you now on field number 1. London Scorpions taking on Raptors Touch, and we are just moments away from getting underway. And we're just waiting for that infamous sound of the hooter to bellow around the Oxford Rugby Club. So joined again by myself, Bradley Hope, and I'm delighted to say, joining me to my right-hand side is Jack Harris. Jack.
Good afternoon. How are we?
I'm very well, thank you. It feels like it was only yesterday we were commentating in the blistering heat here in Oxford.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. But this time the weather's slightly different. It's making for a different type of challenge for the players. We've seen even during the game, one half being dry and even a bit sunny, and then the second half torrential rain. And of course yourself, I know you. We'll go on to it. But I know obviously you're part of the refereeing team for England Touch, but unfortunately not refereeing this weekend. We won't go into the story why, but Jack has got a blue cast on his left hand.
We'll refer the audience to previous NTS rounds if you want to hear that story.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, please do go back and watch the previous highlights. Not only because of Jack's brilliant story to why he's got a cast on his left arm, but because there is some also brilliant touch rugby that happened over over the first 2 rounds in Banbury. But this comes down to the final round of the National Elite Touch Series here in Oxford. And it's the plate semi-final time, and it's going to be London Scorpions taking on the Raptors. London Scorpions, Jack, second overall coming into the final weekend, and I'm sure they would have been wanting to aim to get to that cup final to put the pressure on Wigan, but they find themselves in the plate competition.
Yes, it was their group game. Oxford actually managed to get one over on them there, and you'll watch this game. Scorpions play a brilliant game and rely a lot on long balls that they can throw. In the wet weather we've had, though, they just haven't worked, unfortunately. It's, the risk of throwing a long ball in wet weather, it is what it is. So, unfortunately, they do find themselves here. But this will be a cracker of a game. You've got Raptors, who are essentially Exeter University alumni, versus Scorps, who contain a lot of Bath and Loughborough alumni. So, plenty of players who know each other here. But Raptors almost scoring here. 6 touches given. But Robin Budd actually chatting to the players. And Raptors have one on the board.
They certainly do. Just a quick deliberation with the players, and that is potentially where the honesty sort of side of the game sort of comes in, which I know obviously as referees you must really appreciate and rely on, I guess, with the players' honesty. You have to. Touches based on honesty of the players, and the game just falls down if players aren't honest, which is why you might see some penalties sometimes that seem harsh based on players' honesty, but it needs to be penalised, otherwise we don't have a game. But here comes Scorps. Just a touch on the line, isn't it?
Teddy Brooks going for a good dive, accompanied by Bronte Sykes, both Bath alumni.
London Scorpions looking to try and find a gap through the centre. Can they just fling the ball that wide? It's another brilliant touch on the line, and at the moment the Raptors, attacking and defensively, have been pretty solid in these opening couple of minutes.
Doing well. It was a lovely short set-up play from Scorps. Bronte again running the sweep line. The gap was there. But here come Raptors now, looking to change to the box.
Yeah, the fresh legs just coming on now, and just they always arc their run onto the pitch to gain and continue that momentum that the team has, and the Raptors sort of arcing the run to that far side to maybe try and open some space in the centre. But here come the Raptors again. They have the momentum. They feel like they're flying forward.
Not quite there, though. They've used the touches up. Unfortunately, they did lose momentum in the middle of the field slightly. Were looking to get the space, but it's not there now as Scorpions look to do the same, and they'll bring on some fresh legs.
Yeah, and they come forward now. This is a game that's high intensity, as we've seen throughout the game so far in round 3 here in Oxford, and the Scorpions really nice pick and goes, driving forward, and it's another brilliant final touch from the Raptors, and you might just be able to hear on our microphone here in front of us the Raptors. They almost celebrate a brilliant bit of defensive work, almost like a celebrated try.
Yeah, Max Ducano there. Excellent try-saving dive. Really needed that. It's one maybe upside of the wet weather we've had. This ground is now perfect for a bit of diving touch. Always makes the game a better spectacle.
Absolutely. When you lose maybe an element with those long fizzing passes to the wing, you gain another.
Absolutely. Raptors are going to get 6 more here for touch by Scorpions with the ball in the air. So 6 touches for Raptors to use in the area of the pitch they want to be. Let's see how they use them.
Absolutely, yeah. That fresh set of 6 when you're deep in opposition half is crucial to try and take this. And at the moment, the Scorpions are just holding out strong.
Yeah, brilliant cutting line there from Dominic Brook, looking to get on the inside of that winger, but was keen to it.
Oh, and it's a brilliant interception there from the Scorpions right on their edge of their own goal line, and now they look to try and fade out to that far side to try and bring on some fresh legs, and on they come, and instantly into the thick of the action onto the halfway line.
Yeah, Mark Aldous read that interception very well here, and Scorps need the setup. They can't lose the momentum here. Touch number is falling.
Still pushing forward through the centre. Are they going to look to go out to the wings? And the Raptors, again, stopping that potential attack, and again out quickly.
Right play there from Scorps, right play. They needed that second phase ball. Bronte Sykes noticing it well. The winger from Raptors had come in to shut that play, and the space was on the outside there, but pass wasn't quite there. as Raptors now come again. Lovely pace from both teams.
Really good yardage made up through the middle there from Dominic Brook, just trying to open up an angle and maybe just get the defence scrambling. And another layoff and coming into the corner, not quite this time.
Again, Raptors evidently looking to exploit that outside space when they come off the box. They're trying to compress Scorps into this near side of the pitch. And as they come off the box, then trying to exploit that outside space. Not quite paying off so far, but they're still 1 up after that score off the first whistle.
Certainly are. 5 minutes gone in this first half. And that's an error there from the Scorpions, so a really good opportunity for the Raptors to try and double their lead. Reminder, this is the plate semi-final with a place in the plate final at stake later on. And just taking the time, was that a lack of just sort of communication there and bringing on the substitutions, Jack?
Yeah, Raptors could afford it based on their pitch position, but when you've got the 2 middles that Scorps do at the moment, Teddy Brooks and Will Seracold, they're going to need to try a bit better than that to exploit the outside edges, and they have now lost the ball, unfortunately, after a wry pass. So here comes Scorps.
Yeah, they're still in this one, London Scorpions. And again, fresh faces onto the pitch. Oh, just almost diving for the line, trying to gain that extra bit of yardage. But
Bronte Sykes can't believe that one there. I think she knows she's messed up a bit, unfortunately. Lost control there. She's gone down.
And there is a turnover possession. Here come the Raptors again. Alec Pizzo not wearing his bucket hat as he was earlier. Maybe he just felt that the conditions were blowing it off course for him. Yeah,
it's still solid defence in the middles here from Scorps. Raptors need to work out a way to exploit here, and it's a brilliant try-saving touch there from that is James Waldron. Actually, I don't think we've got it on. Have I got it on? We got it on our cards. I can't see. There it is. It helps if you look at the right scorecard. But James Waldron in there on the ball now to Bronte Sykes, looking to get the pace going. Doesn't drop the ball on that touch.
No, she certainly doesn't. And again, it seems to be the element of their attacking play at the moment to keep their fresh faces coming, just keeping the options open for London Scorpions. And at the moment, they've got a bit of momentum with that defence just having to track back here for the Raptors. But London Scorpions are now just being halted, and that just stops the momentum slightly there.
It does. They're on 5th touch in this space, which is not what they want. And Raptors are doing a very good job of shutting them down and slowing them down when Scorpions come off the box. They're taking 4th touch on the halfway line, which is not where you want to be. And Robin Budd, the referee here, giving the penalty against Scorps for a hard touch, asking Raptors to come back to the mark. There's Will Seracold there, just trying to have a word with the referee.
Is it easy to be influenced as a referee?
As you train, you understand the difference between someone maybe trying to influence you and keeping that rapport with teams. You know, a referee's never looking to annoy teams or players. You've got to referee what's in front of you. Sometimes, of course, you see things slightly differently. But the more teams can accept that and the more referees can work to produce the right calls, we're always going to get the right outcome.
Well, Max Sacorno was there in the thick of the action for the Raptors, but couldn't go over the line this time. And again, it's the minutes and the seconds just tick down so quickly. 8.5 minutes gone in this first half. We had Ruiz Girani in the commentary box earlier, and he just says the games feel like they just last seconds out on the pitch. But then we had Mel Day, who was one of the referees, of course, and she was saying the games feel like the last 40 minutes.
Yes.
As a referee.
They do, because teams know you've got to work hard in the time you've got. Both teams here, it's end-to-end stuff. The teams are getting there, but they've got to use what they've got, and it looks like... Excellent pass off there from the Scorps to Bronte Sykes, the link, who goes in for an excellent try. And we're all even here.
We certainly are, and they've been threatening that London Scorpions throughout this first half, and they've just been waiting for everything to click, and it has done on this occasion. And Bronte Sykes, well, she was diving for the halfway line a few minutes ago, but she dived over the goal line this time. And it is one apiece in this first half.
Richard Eccles did so well there to notice the shutting player was coming and get that ball away to Bronte. Very, very close call there, but it's an excellent finish. And as you say, 1-1, and Raptors will look to try and get something on the board before the half-time hooter. It's a lovely pass there to number 35, Rose UJ.
Yeah, it was a lovely pickup as well initially, but it's going to be a turnover here for London Scorpions. And in games that seem to be close and tight, it's just those fine margins. It really is. As the hooter sounds across Oxford Rugby Club here, and that is the half-time whistle between London Scorpions and Raptors Touch. And it's nothing to separate the two teams at the break. So welcome back to live coverage here in Oxford. It's the round 3 of the Elite National Touch Series. At the moment, there's nothing to separate London Scorpions and Raptors Touch. And the Scorpions have the tap-off in the second half and will look to try and open up the scoring and try and make a breakthrough. Can they turn this game around?
Again, brilliant setup from Scorps. They've only needed 3 touches to get here. Sweep play from Will Seracold. Brings it back into Bronte Sykes. Again, lovely dive, but the touch was there first. This next score, whoever it is crucial.
It certainly is. Can the Scorpions get this one in what has been a tight and tense affair, certainly in that first half? And is there going to be a breakaway? No. The referee's brought this one back.
So what's happened there is Bronte Sykes, when she's been touched, she's gone to dump and released the ball, which has meant that Raptors have been able to come up. And if they touch the ball, they earn it. But you can't just go from that. You need to do a roll ball yourself. So that's why he was brought back there.
It's good to have you in the comms box, Jack. It really is. Always the words of wisdom of Jack Harris in the commentary box from 2 years ago here in Oxford to the round 3 here in Oxford once again. But Raptors driving forward. That's really good yardage made through the centre there. But that's Final touch means it's the turnover for the Scorpions.
Yeah, great dive again from Will Saracold. That was 5th touch for Raptors. They had to do something. And the disadvantage for them is Scorps now, that's I think about 3rd touch, and they're already where they are, which is where they want to be. But unfortunately, you're going to have a penalty here for being off the mark from number 29. That is not Matthew Watt, I would assume, but you never know. Is that Matthew? Would you read that as Matthew? Anyway, Link, unfortunately, off the mark, which means Raptors get the penalty and trying to put this speed back into the game. And already, with 2 minutes gone, it's going to be critical here to get a score on the board, because as you get further into these days, you don't notice the tiredness until it hits you. It's a long day for these teams, and sometimes it's just a war of attrition to see who can keep their heads and play the best game at the time.
Well, the format has been changed, of course, for this year. In 2019, of course, we had the tournament spread over the weekend. Just clung on, though. Chance for the Raptors. Almost swan dive going forward, but touch comes in. The Raptors will get another opportunity to attack.
Yeah, it's only 2nd touch here. Raptors are in a good position. They're going to want to use the 4 touches they've got now. But a bit of confusion slightly from the attack there. Oh, and it's a drop ball as well. That's not what they wanted. You had Raptors there with the touches to use, and I think they just got confused about what they wanted to play.
And the Scorpions with the turnover, and they'll be relieved at that, and they'll be out to just try and break from their own half, although the Raptors getting up high and trying to break them down, although that was a really nice pass to break through the defensive line. And now the Scorpions pushing on forward. They
needed a good quick ball there. But Scorpions doing similar, trying to exploit that far side initially off the box. It's a brilliant pass. Oh,
just that final pass right at the end. It was
not
nearly perfect, but
thought Bronte Sykes was down injured then, but extremely resilient player, and she's back up, ready to go. Raptors now need to inject the pace here. They need to use the 6 to get down the pitch as they begin to come to box at 2nd touch.
And towards the halfway line they come then, the Raptors with a cavalry coming on from the substitutions box. Good yardage made up through the centre. Good momentum now here for the Raptors. It's quick shot passing. Can they break through? Not on this occasion.
Was last touch there, and you'll notice it was all about that start. The pace wasn't injected well enough. Ooh, Teddy Brooks slipping on the ball there. So it's going to be a turnover, and Scorps are in the middle of trying to substitute. So they are scrambling as Raptors now are in the area they want to be with 5 touches to use.
Certainly have the advantage here. Can they make it count? The Raptors going through the centre.
Mark Aldous with critical hand on the ball there. Not ideal for Raptors to have 6 more, but I think he did stop a possible try there, so I think they'll be happy with that.
So Bayliss, Walton, De Corno all linking up there in the centre. Here is Walton. Bayliss trying to maybe arc a run. Walton gets it again, tries to let it to his left, and again it's a loose pass.
Pass from Walton just needs to be that bit better. It was a good short setup. Unfortunately, these teams, though, if you're going to be doing shorts and things, this level of teams, they will be able to cover the most obvious plays off a short. You've got to look for that more difficult setup, possibly second phase, possibly wide ball. As James Waldron gets some excellent pace there. It's scooped by Teddy Brooks. He's going to make it into... Has he got the pass away? The pass... Oh, okay. We're going to have some conferring here from the teams. It was a brilliant setup from James Waldron, who dumped the ball well for Teddy Brooks to then be in there. And this score is going to be given. What a play from both of them.
It certainly was. It was a blistering attack from one end of the pitch to the other, and Teddy Brooks just almost tried to weave his way into his position, find an opening. He got it, and the London Scorpions get a potentially crucial try, and they lead 2-1 with 4 minutes remaining of this second half. And in this low-scoring affair, those scoring opportunities that have been taken are making all the difference.
It's a brilliant score from Scorps. And remember what I was saying earlier about war of attrition? Raptors just unfortunately switched off slightly there, and the gap was available. But here they come. Sweet play from Raptors. Mark Aldous again, brilliant in defence. He's noticed that coming. He's got to an onside position, and he's made that space and shut it down as quick as he could.
The Raptors looking to try and respond straight away. Bizot looking to go centrally. No, blocked out this time.
Good quickie play. Pass didn't come off. Scorps now, the critical thing for them here is they want to be down that other end of the pitch. They need the space. It's been slowed down by Raptors by a good touch. It's not a forceful one there. They've got the force just right to slow it down. Oh, and Scorps need to work something here.
Over the halfway line they come. Bit of momentum with them, but they're running out of touches. Can they find an opportunity to break?
And Scorpions, possibly quite luckily, are going to get 6 more here for the hard touch by number 66 from Raptors, Alec Pizzo. Possibly off balance, and James Waldron again goes over. But it's a good shutting play from Libby Gardner there on the wing. She's seen the ball coming and had to come in to save that one.
So as the seconds tick down, just under 2.5 minutes remaining in this really tight, low-scoring affair. At the moment, the Scorpions have the advantage. Sharp passing to the corner. Has he just made it?
Nah, Robin Budd, the sideline referee there. The pass was forward, so Raptors get the penalty. That is not what they needed, though. That is a wry pass and a half.
And the Raptors are causing problems for themselves. Never mind the pressure from the Scorpions' defensive line. And the Raptors are making it really difficult for themselves with just under 2 minutes remaining. And the Scorpions capitalise.
It's wonderful there from Will Saracold. If you watch this one over, all it is a quickie play. Essentially, quick ball off the floor. He gets it back. And the few little side steps have just put the Raptors' defence off guard and guessed which gap he's going for. Great dive, simple stuff. That's all you need sometimes.
Well, London Scorpions are now under 90 seconds away from securing a place in the plate final in what has been a really tight contest. And for the first time in this match, the team has a 2-goal advantage, and it goes the way of London Scorpions.
Yeah, it's doing well, doing very, very well. Raptors here now, as you say, have possibly been the victims of their own demise in the sense that it's here again, that's probably, they will get 6 more, but it's in this area about 3 or 4 times now this half. The passes haven't come off, and they need to be more accurate here if they want to stay in this game.
So the Raptors, they need a score now. Can they get it? Diving for the line. And they have a try back.
Yeah, brilliant honesty from Teddy Brooks again. Said he's not made the touch in time. I think Rob Budd, the referee, was happy the ball was down first anyway. It's a lovely score there from Raptors that with 30 seconds now does get them within touching distance, but the first thing they're going to need is the ball, and if Scorps are clever here, they're going to use this possession well.
And here they come, final few seconds then. Leading by 3 tries to 2.
Second touch there. James Waldron. Oh, that is the hooter then. If Scorps are clever, Will Saracold wants to play it, but the touch is made, and that will be it. You'll see Scorpions in the plate final.
We certainly will in what was a fascinating contest between these two teams. It was 1-1 for a long period of time in this game, and then suddenly the Scorpions managed to progress and get that 2-try advantage, and they are now through to the plate final as they beat the Raptors by 3 tries to 2. Jack, thank you very much for joining me in the commentary box. I hope your recovery with your arm goes smoothly, and we now move on to our 4th game of this afternoon session, and we will now turn our attention back to the Cup semi-finals, and it's going to be NQ Rebels taking on Cambridge Hornets. That'll be next. So, welcome back here to Oxford, and we're back to the Cup side of the action, the Cup semi-final between NQ Rebels and Cambridge Hornets in what proves to be another really fascinating matchup this afternoon. And I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by London Scorpions' Susanna Hivonen. Firstly, Susanna, have I pronounced that surname correctly?
Yes, you have. That was great.
Perfect. Susanna, of course, London Scorpions, you're through to the plate final, taking on Nottingham Hoods. How's today been, and how does the team react after getting to the final?
We're very happy getting into the finals, especially because we took quite a while to adapt to the rain, so we missed quite a lot of opportunities by dropping the ball on the line. But no, it's great to get into the final of the plate, and we're looking forward to it.
Absolutely, and these two sides, Cambridge Hornets and NQ Rebels, performing in the plate semi-final. Cambridge have a number of players. There seems to be a big family connection as well in the Cambridge Hornets side. We've got the Missings and the Maynards as well all playing. But this is anticipated to be a really interesting matchup between these two.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a great one. NQ Rebels came third in the last round, and Cambridge Hornets beat us in the quarterfinals 2 weeks ago. And they put up a great fight. We haven't played against NQ Rebels yet, but no, they're just a great team to watch.
No, they certainly are. Both sides really exhilarating touch rugby. Nearly.
Yeah, that was close.
It was really close. And it was just that we've seen so many times today, Susanna, just that final touch, that final pass, that just hasn't quite gone right.
Yeah, no, it's been very slippery now. So it's been raining all morning and even part of the afternoon. So the ball's wet, the ground's wet, and the team's just, I think everyone's kind of struggling to adapt to it.
No, certainly battled all the elements today. In some games in the first half, it would be cloudy with a bit of sun, and then the second half, it would be raining as the Rebels turn that one over. And you can hear from the Rebels team directly in front of us that they're delighted with that one. And often you get these reactions almost as loud for a defensive bit of action than it is for an attacking.
No, definitely. When you have a big defensive stop, it's such a good moment for the entire team, and it gives everyone a huge burst of confidence.
So here come the NQ Rebels, just slowing things down slightly when trying to work an angle and just trying to mix it up there in the centre. Just having to pause, and these are the awkward opportunities when you're in those it's like a stop-start, isn't it? Almost when you're on the goal line, and it's just that one key pass that can change things.
Exactly. And everything just moves so quickly, so then they have to get ready to defend another set.
Absolutely, as the Hornets just drift over to that far side of the pitch to try and bring on fresh legs to try and freshen it up. And they come flying forward now over to that far right side, trying to drift away. And again, the pitch is just proving a little bit difficult. The rain may have stopped, but the pitch is still wet and slippery,
Exactly.
I can imagine.
Everything's just muddy now at this point.
So here come the NQ Rebels again. This time they're going to drift out to their technical area to bring on fresh faces, and that's been a real key element of the game so far, to try and bring on the fresh faces, keep the momentum, keep the energy levels high. And the Scorpions just trying to work an angle. And just trying to drift his way through. Again, though, a turnover. And a lot of the times at Susanna in these games we've seen, it's been the teams who've made the fewest errors almost have won the game. Yeah,
exactly. Instead of only attempting to score all the tries, now everybody's just trying to keep the defense high and just hold everyone out instead.
So just 3.5 minutes gone in this first half. These games seem to fly by. Harry Misson, again, he's a tricky customer. Really light on his feet is Harry Misson. And again, it's just that part where they just need to find a sort of an explosive piece of movement or a rapid pass. And again, looking to go for the wings. It's a good take.
That was a good touch.
It certainly was. Is it hard to judge those ones when they're just sort of on the line and you sort of got someone coming at you as well?
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to decide on the spot whether it's worth diving for and risking a touch, or whether you should just take it back and let another play happen right after.
So Cambridge Hornets now with a chance to try and break here inside the NQ Rebels half. Harry Misson again at the heart of things. He just leaves the ball to his teammates, and Missing just almost takes charge of the situation. He gets it back. And it was just a ball to almost to his chin, and he just couldn't sort of get his feet. Again, that surface is causing all kinds of problems. Looking to switch out to Maynard, and he slips as well.
And so did the Rebels girl.
It's almost a concentration challenge as well as a physical challenge, I can imagine.
And then you also have to, with this kind of ground, you have to watch where you're stepping so you don't slip, because there's that muddy patch right over there.
Yeah, the surface is just starting to churn up a little. The grass is quite long as well today, which also causing a few type of added dimension to the game. But NQ Rebels looking to come forward. Just a handling error there. This still searching for the first score of this first half of just over 5 minutes gone. And the Cambridge Hornets will have another opportunity to attack. And NQ Rebels coming over the 10 with defending up to the 10 metre, with Hornets coming forward now. Again, just being blocked by this NQ Rebels wall, it feels like at the moment. It's not really getting anything past them.
Oh.
And the Hornets looking to drive forward, looking to go towards the corner, though they come back inside. It's this time, it's the NQ Rebels who get that crucial final touch before the line. And this is good work, spreading it out to this near side again. And the turnover substitutions, although again, the Hornets win it back, and they'll have a chance with a fresh set of 6. How crucial is it when you get that fresh set of 6 inside your opposition's half to try and take it?
It's amazing, because you've got all those touches to make up ground, but you don't have that much ground to make up as well.
Yeah.
So you're so close to the line, and you've got all this opportunity right now.
So Harry Missing in the heart of it again. He gets it back, looks to go back inside.
Great touch.
And it's again. It's another brilliant touch just on the line. And the ball's been booted away here, so just a pause in the game at the moment. But Cambridge Hornets just going to take their time and get themselves into a good position to attack this goal line. And the pick-up again, Harry Missing. Seems to be in the thick of things at the moment. Another touch. Rebels remaining strong at the moment, with the Hornets at the moment dominating this last minute or so with the ball in their hand. And again going for that.
That was an amazing touch by Hurry-Up.
When the play is so low, it must be almost nearly impossible to get that touch in.
Yeah.
And it's been incredible how you guys managed to do it. That was a nasty one.
A little bit of a tackle there.
Yeah.
Fair call, yep.
These conditions making it tough as well, for sure. Harry Missing now. He gets it back again, looking with Maynard as well to his left. And again, it's just almost a war of mentality for the Rebels. In terms of defensive work like this, how do you sort of keep mentally strong? Although here's a chance here for the Hornets.
That was a good try.
And there we go. Just finally breaking down this Rebels defence, and just sort of saying there in terms of keeping switched on. How do you keep switched on for that amount of time in terms of defensive work?
I mean, at some point when it's repeat sets on the line, you get so tired, but you can't leave either. So you just have to remember to work hard, if not just for yourself, but for your teammates as well. Because if you let them down because of something that you could have done instead, it's a bit difficult.
And the Rebels looking to go for the line. Of course, the surface is giving them the opportunity to really get down low. And the Rebels respond. It is Hobson on the line. It's one apiece between the Rebels and the Hornets here in this first half. 8 minutes, 50 seconds gone in this first half. And the Hornets looking to try and respond. And we've seen it so many times, Susanna, that when a try is scored, or even when the team's conceded, there just seems to be a quick reply.
Yeah, I think because everybody gets really energetic at that point. You want to hit them back hard immediately so that if you're tied, to get one up, or if you're down, you want to get back up.
And the hooter sounds around Oxford, and that is half-time here in the Cup semi-final between NQ Rebels and the Cambridge Hornets. And at the moment, we cannot separate the two teams in what has been a really tight contest, with Cambridge feeling like they've had more sort of possession and control of the ball maybe in the first.
Yeah, I think NQ Rebels really started off strong, but then Cambridge started putting on more pressure towards the end of the half, and it's just been a really good game so far.
It certainly has, and myself and Susanna and this Cup semi-final will be getting back underway in the second half in a couple of moments' time.
Thank you.
So welcome back here. Live coverage of this Cup semi-final here at Oxford Rugby Club between NQ Rebels and Cambridge Hornets. Cambridge Hornets in the white and blue with NQ Rebels in maroon. And we're about to get underway for this second half in this Cup semi-final. Harry Misson just at the heart of things, as he always is for Cambridge Hornets. And a chance here for Missing again. He's got an option to his right, although he looks to go through the centre. And turnover here for the NQ Rebels, and they will look to try and drive on forward through the centre. It's one apiece on the scoreline. Will we get a winner in normal time? These seconds just seem to turn down so quickly, and it's a quick turnover here for Cambridge Hornets with a fresh set of 6 on the halfway line. Cambridge Hornets with 3 wins and 0 defeats in the pool stages earlier on this morning, coming into this one in fine form, and it's Missing going for the line and looking to try and get the Cambridge Hornets back in front. They took the advantage in the first half. NQ Rebels returning in the end of the first half, and it's brilliant defensive work on the line from the NQ Rebels, and it's been celebrated as loudly as a try being scored. Driving forward, really good sharp momentum here from the NQ Rebels. Over the halfway line they come. Good yardage made up onto the 10-metre line. Dancing, jinking right to left, trying to work an angle, although it is a turnover. And this game is just being played at 100 miles an hour in this second half. And the Hornets trying to drive forward. Lucy Norburn's there in the centre, as is Matthew Maynard. Maynard's there. He's laid it off to McManus. Manus lays it off again, looking to try and find Matthew Maynard in the centre, but it's a loose pass and Rebels look to try and force an attack for themselves. Johnny Leach looking to come forward. Over the halfway line they come. Phillips again in the thick of the action. Phillips there retrieves the ball back from Brimlow. Brimlow also in the centre. And it's a turnover again now, but this time for the Hornets, and lots of communication coming around this technical area. Ben Meehan just organising the technical area on this near side. They know that NQ Rebels could be making potentially a cup final. This game's really been played on the edge. It's compelling viewing here between the Hornets and the Rebels. Hornets with the opportunity here. Oh, and unfortunately it's going to have to be a forced substitution here. John Ingram has been forced off the field by the referee and he's been changed. So now come the Cambridge Hornets looking to flick the ball out wide. Maybe a chance here for the Hornets. And Cambridge Hornets take the lead in this cup semi-final. It's 2-1 to Cambridge. 14 minutes gone on the clock. NQ Rebels looking to try and respond. Ben Meehan in the thick of things again, although he just lets his partner just take control, switching out to this near side. Chance for the Rebels. Fourth touch. Important touch. Emily Kelly on the line. Lots of interest for this match around the touch line. Can the Rebels respond? Another brilliant touch on the line. Rebels getting closer though. Here is Ben Meehan. Meehan looks to go to his left. He does lay it off. And a final pass in the centre. Chance here for Meehan. And the Rebels do respond. What a game this has been. 15 minutes gone. It's NQ Rebels 2, Cambridge Hornets 2. 15 minutes gone here at Oxford, round 3 of the National Elite Touch Series. The place in the cup final at stake. The final action of this National Elite Touch Series has been brought to a close. Is one of these teams going to win it coming into the final 5 minutes? Harry Missing looking to go for the line. The important touch, fifth touch. Here is Harry Missing again. Lays the ball off. Now they fling the ball out wide. Chance here for the Hornets. Oh, what a really important touch just on the line. And it's going to be a turnover here for the Rebels. Rebels coming forward now. John Ingram and Phillips. Here is Ingram. Shouts for other touches from this technical area for Q Rebels. Strong communication on this near side from the Rebels. Can they turn this game around with 3.5 minutes remaining of this second half? Nothing to separate the Rebels and the Hornets. Can the Rebels take advantage? Here's Phillips. Phillips jinking and jiving. Important touch just on the line. Phillips gets it back, looks to go in the centre. And the Rebels do take the advantage now. It's 3-2 on the score. Under 3 minutes remaining then of this Cup semi-final, and it is NQ Rebels who have the advantage. Hornets looking to respond now. They have time. 2.5 minutes remaining, although the halves just seem to just fly by here. Gable Pennington, he is a strong presence in the centre, and it's a turnover for the Rebels. And again, flying forward. Really good work from NQ Rebels. And looking to go for their opposite side. Can they work an angle? Need support. Oh, and can't find it. Ben Meehan was looking for that support, couldn't find it on that occasion. And the Rebels constantly keeping the team fresh. Here is Powell. Powell has it again. Experienced campaigner is Ben Powell. Here is Harry Missing again. Maynard's to his left. Maynard coming forward through the centre. Harry Missing is to his left. He likes to try and jink round his opposition man. And that's a crucial turnover. Game management will be crucial now in this second half, with the final minute ticking down of this Cup semi-final. A place in the Cup final at stake. Driving forward, doing really well, the NQ Rebels, but can they just keep this up with Phillips? Phillips just lays it off, and Phillips gets it back, looking to find a support, and finds that support. And NQ Rebels have the advantage. It's 4-2 on the scoreboard with seconds ticking down. And the Hornets now know that they're up against it now. There goes the hooter, the final bit of play. And that is the touch, and that is the result for NQ Rebels. And they are through to the Cup final. It's a 4-2 victory over Cambridge Hornets, and NQ Rebels are through to the Cup final. They performed in the plate final in round 1 of the Elite Series. They won the plate final, but now they have secured a spot in the Cup final in round 3. And that will be our final game of the day and the final game of the National Elite Series. NQ Rebels through to the final.
Mike 1. Mike 1.
So we're back underway. This is the plate final between the London Scorpions and the Nottingham Hoods. The first of 3 finals, the final 3 games of the National Elite Touch Championships. And I'm delighted to say, joining me for this one from finalists, NQ Rebel, number 3, Adam Brimlow. Adam, congratulations.
Thank
you. Good day.
Yeah, good day overall. We are where we want to be. Everyone wants to be in the final. Took a hard route to get there, and especially playing against teams like Cambridge. Really, really good team. A lot of good players. Happy to just come away with the win in the end.
So this final, it's quite an intriguing matchup, this one, with London Scorpions and Nottingham Hoods in the overall standings. Both of us were just trying to work out all the current points totals. And, of course, before coming into this weekend, London Scorpions and Nottingham Hoods are in the top 4. So it's quite an interesting matchup coming into a plate final, I guess.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised when I saw the two teams on the team sheet that they were playing, but should make for a good game. Star-studded teams, both of them. There's Will Lupton from Nottingham, I think getting the first try.
He certainly does. Will Lupton, yeah, he's a bit of a figurehead, isn't he, in this Nottingham Hood side. He has got them off to a perfect start in this plate final. Just a reminder of the previous 2 plate finals. Of course, your side, Adam, NQ Rebels, won the plate final in round 1.
We did, yes.
Against Thames Valley Vikings. And in the round 2, it was the Raptors who lost out to the London Eagles in the plate final in round 2. So a new winner of the Plate Cup in this round. And at the moment, it's the Nottingham Hoods who have the advantage, with London Scorpions looking to hit back. And at the moment, the weather is fairer compared to the games that you've played in previously today, Adam.
Yes, especially that game against, I think it was London Eagles. 1 was horrendous. But we got through it. Like I say, we're where we want to be. And it's nice to see these types of teams playing off for 9th. Obviously, a new one each round. I think they'll be fairly disappointed with the quality that's in the team. But it's nice to see that we're getting depth in so many teams, that we have certain players playing off for 9th when they're very, very good.
Yeah, the quality certainly of this National Elite Series has been really high, and of course the games have been shorter. It's the intensity and the quality, though, is matched throughout, really.
Oh yeah, with a shorter game, it definitely allows you a bit more speed. You can see Will Sericold there for London Scorpions. Got a bit of pace, and he's paid me to say that on the live stream.
Well, he certainly burst away there in the middle of the Nottingham Hoods half. Scorpions looking to try and respond straight away, but no, not this time. It's going to be a turnover for the Nottingham Hoods. And the key factor with these short games, Adam, the halves just feel like, I don't know as a player, but certainly from a commentary position, the halves just seem to fly by.
They do when you're in the sub-box. When you're running on the pitch, it does feel very long. Fortunately, we've got a lot of players, lots of subs, and keeping that pace up is big. Here's Will Lupton going for the pace, and he's just making sure the ref saw that Scorpions number, I think that's 6 Mark Aldous there, knocked that down. So a repeat set for Nottingham here.
Yeah, fresh set of 6 here, deep inside the Scorpions half, and a really good opportunity to try and add to that score.
Yeah, Will's going to one of his favourite moves. It's called the counties, where he starts at link and then steps inwards and then gets the ball back from the half. Looks like he's stepping out this time to try and go one-on-one with Mark. He's dived, and a little look at the ref before he throws it back.
Yeah, the Nottingham Hoods extend that lead. It's been a great start for the Nottingham Hoods, 4th in the overall standings before coming in to the final weekend, and they're in a good position to try and take away the Plate Cup final. 2 up in the first 4 minutes here.
Yeah, it's a good start. They look like they might be being coached by BBL Starwalt. Is that the word for Clark Hobson?
Certainly does over on that far side. Yeah, absolutely. Scorpions technical areas on this near side. We'll be hearing probably a lot of chat, a lot of talk and communication throughout this game to try and see them over the line. Is this going to be the reply that Scorpions want? Nope, not this time.
Jack Dickinson claims a touch. Is that Richard Eccles there?
Looks like it.
I think he used to play for the England Men's Open, so again, one of those players who's got a lot of experience, very talented. Here comes Jack, though, big guy.
Absolutely, flying forward, and here come the fresh faces, and that has been one of the key parts of this so far. I noticed it was for the Enki Rebels a lot of communication on the sidelines, certainly throughout that semi-final, in terms of lining up the substitutes, and it's something that's been really key throughout the game so far. But it seemed like a really key thing for Enki Rebels in the semi-final.
Yeah, definitely a lot of players that want the ball, so we just got to know what we're doing and all on the same page. And it's taking us time, but we are getting to a good place, and we've got a lot of great people. We're all friends off the pitch. It's translating that into some performances. Similar to Scorpions here, they're all quite social off the pitch. But I think they'll be taking it very seriously now as Teddy Brook goes from half, looks to get through and does.
He needs to find an option. Can he find that
Finds the
option?
winger. Oh, that's a great finish if they give it.
Oh, they certainly do, and that was really, really good work from Brooks, and just trying to find that angle. Of course, was playing as the half, just trying to find an option, and it takes a lot of skill and quick thinking, I guess, when you are the half and you get into those goal-scoring positions to try and find a teammate.
100%. It's very easy to panic there, so good composure from Teddy, just to take the time. There was no rush. He let the people without the ball run their lines, do their work, and the winger did phenomenally well to get into a space.
And the Hoods looking to try and respond straight away, looking to try and open that 2-try advantage. Good defensive work, though.
Teddy back on defence straight away. No rest.
A workhorse all the way up and down the field is Teddy Brooks.
Talking of your workhorses, here's Mark Oldos. Oh, it's a good dive.
We've seen a lot of really good dives in terms of those scoring finishes, mainly because of the surface and the weather, I assume today is helping.
I think the surface today has definitely been easier to dive on than the others. That's coming from someone who can't dive, though. So I'm...
Just leave it to your teammates.
Yeah, that's it. I just ask them when they want me to give them the ball, and that's all I need to do.
So the Scorpions now want to try and hit back straight away. That 2-try advantage opened up again for the Nottingham Hoods.
Here comes Will on a sweeper, a bit of a step. Dickinson's claiming the touch there. Referee agrees with him. It's good defence.
Yeah, it is certainly on the line, and just having to rebuild again, the London Scorpions, but still with an opportunity deep inside the Hoods half and trying to find an option. Oh, that nearly was a fantastic finish. Is it his finish?
Oh, it is.
It certainly is. That was a brilliant, audacious pass to try and find his teammate, and does really well. The London Scorpions. It's one of those ones I can imagine when it comes off it looks fantastic, but it doesn't. It's a bit of a letdown in the end.
Yeah, we'll let him have it though. It worked this time. Wonder what the communication would be in the box if he got caught, but leave that up to the imagination for now.
Nottingham Hoods then driving forward again. It's been end to end so far.
Running the Scorps really hard there. That was a fast sweeper. Teddy Brooks not taking any of it. His box is just making sure he's keeping his head.
Yes, absolutely. In the plate final, he's wanting to really force his team up the field and playing a key role.
Bit of a slip there from Nottingham, but he's managed to recover.
Yeah, this surface has caused havoc throughout the day, and it's caused a few slips. Oh, a lovely no-look behind pass to try and find his man.
Touch. Give that one, Scooby. There you go, milk it. A good hobble will get you a penalty. No, it won't.
Going to be a restart here for the Nottingham Hoods. Can they try and gather some momentum?
Good pace again. Last play of the half, though.
Certainly is. This first half has flown by, and that is half-time already, with the Nottingham Hoods leading with a slender advantage by 3 tries to 2. Myself and Adam will be back for the second half in a few moments' time. So welcome back to live coverage here from Oxford. It's round 3 of the Elite National Touch Series. The final 3 games of the whole competition. It's the first final of 3 this afternoon. The plate final between London Scorpions and Nottingham Hoods, joined by myself, Brad Hope. And Adam Brimlow is to my right. And Adam, it's been a sort of really tight and interesting contest between these two teams who probably would have expected to push for the cup final more than the plate.
Yeah, I do think they wanted to be pushing for 1 or 2, but it's nice to see such a good game. Oh, Mark Aldos with the interception.
Wow, and breaking forward, what a start this is from the Scorpions, trying to force himself up to the halfway line, looking for that support.
Yeah, with the new rules, that's 0 touches as well, so they've got a good chance at the line here to even it up.
And Scorpions now just coming to a more central area of the half and looking to try and find an option to see if they could stretch maybe this Nottingham Hoods defence.
Yeah, a couple of fresh legs coming on to try and get it to the line. Looks like they're setting up an open side cookie there. Good defence from Nottingham though, not panicking.
Absolutely, yeah, remaining strong, solid. At the moment have that advantage.
Mark Aldos running the show there. Thrown out to the winger. A little discussion from the refs. Seem happy with it. Yeah.
They certainly do. And it's 3-3 on the scoreline. And the Scorpions have managed to level things up.
Yeah, really nice long ball from Mark Aldos there. He's just forced me to say it. It was a nice 3-on-2 off his left hand there.
And the Hoods now looking to try and respond themselves. It's been a game that's twisted and turned for sure. And coming into this second half, bit of momentum though. Pass out wide, maybe some space.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Absolutely. What a response from the Nottingham Hoods, and how many times we must have said that in the commentary box when a team has conceded, they hit back straight away, and just the momentum they can gain, and never sort of almost that ability to just sort of go again and not be phased.
Yeah, it's tough when you go score and you've levelled up the match, and then you're thinking now we can start to look to push on and go to win the game, but Nottingham straight back at them. Dan Powell with a lovely ball. Hopefully for us it goes to a bit of a shootout. Will Sarah-Cold will try his best. A good defence from Liam Halfpenny.
So Scorpions spreading from left to right. Can they find an option through the centre?
Oh, looks like they maybe get another set.
So a bit of a deliberation between the two officials on the pitch.
Yeah, and you can hear the Scorps giving a lot of chat from the box while they're waiting for that decision to be made.
Yeah, London Scorpions just right in front of us here in the commentary hut.
Oh, call goes away from Scorps there.
Well, their answers have fallen off deaf ears, and the Hoods will be looking to try and break forward. They are over on that far side, so some fresh legs come on and they join the attack. Good momentum driving down that far left side and looking to find and work an opening. Can they keep that London Scorpion defence push back, finding an option? Well, that was a brilliantly worked score. Deep inside their own half, blistering attack there, Adam.
Yeah, and it's the main man for Nottingham, Will Lupton. Pains me to say, because I think he knows he is as well, and he doesn't let us forget it.
Will Lupton in the thick of the action once again for the Nottingham Hoods, and they lead 5-3 now on the scoreboard, and it's just over 5 minutes remaining of this second half. At the moment, it won't be requiring any extra time But that could potentially change if the Scorpions can try and get back into this one. This next score now, sort of, Adam, feels crucial.
Yes, I think so. With the clock ticking down, you don't really want Nottingham to have another crack at your line. I think Mark's through. He is. He left a couple of guys on the floor.
He certainly did, and he found a gap to sort of squeeze through there to Mark Aldis, and we're now back to a deficit of just one score.
Yeah, the old boy still got it. Passing, running, just give him the ball.
As the rain just starts to slightly trickle again, it's certainly been a big factor of the day that can change the outlook of a match, as well as the Hoods look to try and respond straight away.
Referee giving a forward pass, I believe. Yes. This would be a really good opportunity for Scorps if they can get up there and get one on the board. Level going into the last 4 minutes.
Certainly are. Scorpions coming forward over the halfway.
Yeah, straight up the middle. No surprises there. They're going to look to break out to try and get into something to score off, but this is fifth. They've got numbers there. Ball from Teddy.
Oh, wow. Over to that far side, and I think this is going to give it. He certainly does. Well. 4 minutes remaining of this second half, and we're all square. Nothing to separate the two. London Scorpions 5, Nottingham Hoods 5. Just under 4 minutes remaining. Are we going to get a winner, or will we go to extra time?
Oh, I hope so.
It is very entertaining, I have to admit, to watch the extra time, especially.
Ooh. Well, then again.
3.5 I've got. Oh, 5.
Oh, referee's called it forward though, so again, Scorpions maybe going up through the middle, trying to get another score if they can get the defence rolling.
Yeah, they'll want to try and get the momentum here deep inside their own half, try and build it from the back. Onto the halfway line they come.
Just playing with the defence there with those little tip passes. There's another, and they'll look to go off this, I think. Will on Will.
Oh, it's a touch just before the line. That could
a really good touch.
Could prove crucial, really could, with under 3 minutes remaining on our scoreboard left. 5-5. Are we going to get our first game of the day going to extra time? Referee's deliberating here.
Just look for the arm signal.
Well, we've Nottingham Hoods who are going to restart here, but quite confirm that.
It looks like they got a hard touch penalty for the phase before when they were just led in the advantage, seeing if anything comes from it. So I didn't see the hard touch, but I think that's a good call from the referees, if there was one. But unfortunate mistake there, so Scorpions are going to come and try and snatch this with less than 2 minutes.
Entering into the closing stages. Time for the line. He has got it. The referee seem happy. And what a turnaround this has been for the London Scorpions. They were 5-3 down at one stage. It's 6-5.
Yeah, good score from Will Sericold. It's one of those counters that we saw Will Lupton doing earlier. So good step, good footwork, good dive.
And Nottingham Hoods now. I don't know if they're aware of the time, but it's getting to Last Chance Saloon to try and change this on. Dropped on the line, and the cheers come from the Scorpions in front of us.
With that. I think they'll know that the time's running out. They'll definitely know the score. Best thing they can do now is, apart from scoring, is getting the ball 70 metres and leaving it up there. Sideline ref seems to have seen something.
It's going to be Scorpions who will restart here, and I guess, Alan, this is where the experience and the game management comes into it.
Yeah, you saw the winger and the link there. They were in no rush to roll that ball. your girl link there, who's just in the middle, showing him what to do, is Bronte Sykes, the England Women's Opens player, captained England mixed 18s, good few years ago, back when I was playing 18s. And they look like they've got another set there.
That's good news for the Scorpions.
Yeah, I was going to call game then, but not quite. Nottingham have it.
There is the hooter.
That should be full time, and it is.
It certainly is. And London Scorpions, well, they were 5-3 down, and they've come back to win this 6-5. What a fantastic match in our first of 3 finals here in Oxford. And Adam, London Scorpions, tight game, but they are the winners of the Plate Cup.
Yeah, I think both teams could have won that and been deserved winners, but it's the experience of Scorpions, like you said, took it away at the end. Congratulations to them, they've done very well. Sure, Nottingham will go away and they'll come back stronger. They've been improving every tournament and got some very good players, young as well, so they're not going anywhere.
Well, it's our first final is concluded, and it is London Scorpions who take the Plate Cup. Adam, thank you very much for joining me in the commentary box, and good luck for the cup final.
Thank you for having me. Make sure you say nice things about me.
Of course. 2 games to come, and next up will be the bowl final, which will see Revolution Touch taking on London Eagles 3. That'll be coming up next.
Well, I'm joined by Will Sericol from London Scorpions, who is the Mr. Winner of this, scoring all the winning tries in all the important games. Will, to finish the season with a good trophy, how's that been for you?
Yeah, it's great. I think, obviously, based on our performances at last 2 comps, we're a little bit disappointed to not get past a really tough Oxford side this morning. But ultimately, really proud of how everyone sort of turned it around this afternoon. Worked really hard. Obviously, in that final, we were down by a couple to Hoods, who I thought were wicked. Scored some really good tries. So yeah, really proud of just everyone sort of grinding back, putting in the work and trusting what we've been working on to get a result.
The fact that Scorpions and Hoods, who are kind of in the top 5 in the entire series this year, the fact that you are in the Plate and the 9th, 10th finals shows how competitive it's been this year.
Oh, absolutely. I think full credit to all 24 teams who are here. There have been some really, really good games, and I think some results that might have surprised people at the start of the year. And it's a credit to everyone who's involved of how hard people have been working, how much training people have put in, and how excited they are to come back to touch, really.
There's been a lot of movement between clubs. You know, you've had a couple of Galaxy people come to you. You've had Galaxy have lost a couple of people to Oxford. You know, but everybody's it just seems to showcase as well in terms of the breadth of talent in the country.
Oh, absolutely. And I think we were fortunate to pick up a couple of players in the off season, or the COVID off season, if you might. But yeah, I think it shows, like you said, just how strong touch is in this country, and the fact that people are happy to go to a club if they're not happy to get something that suits them a bit better. And I think it's probably maybe 3 or 4 sort of slightly definitive playing styles, and if people want to fit in one better, they go to the other one, and that kind of thing. So I think it's great that everyone's getting an opportunity to play, and I think credit to England Touch, and I think shout out to Ash, especially the event organiser, for getting these 3 days run. They've been great tournaments, really slick and really enjoyable.
Well, congratulations. Go and enjoy your recovery shake, and we'll see you in Nottingham next week for Nationals.
Cheers, Chris. See you next week, mate. Thanks very much.
Well, we're going to...
So, welcome back. It's our penultimate game of the day, the penultimate game of the National Elite Touch Series, and it is the bowl final between CCSE London Eagles 3 versus Revolution Touch. It's our penultimate game, the bowl final, and it's going to be London Eagles who are going to get us underway in this bowl final once we hear that infamous hooter that bellows around the venue here in Oxford. And I'm delighted to say I'm joined once again by England Touch's favourite referee.
Careful,
Jack Harris.
Careful, you're going to have comments and complaints now.
Favourite referee on commentary other than Mel Day?
Yeah, could never compete with Mel.
Yeah.
Could not compete with Mel. But thank you for the kind intro, mate. I don't know how many are going to agree, but yeah, thank you for having me again.
No problem at all. And it's the bowl final. Once we get this game underway, the rain just starting to trickle down once again, which has caused a few issues throughout the matches, as we've seen on multiple occasions.
Yeah, we're going to see, certainly on the left side of your picture, that area there is beginning to get slipperier and slipperier, and we are seeing more teams slip from there. But we've had the hooter, and London Eagles are getting us underway with Revolution. Both teams here going to enjoy this game. They've been in the bowl a couple of times now for the NTS, and I think it's possibly the first time they both made it to the bowl final. So they're going to enjoy this. Unfortunately, Eagles have lost possession, though, for being off the mark with their touch. And Revolution now will bring it up the pitch. Second touch now happening.
And these two, first time we've seen them on field number 1 here in Oxford today. And it's just a few errors from both sides really at the moment in the opening minute of this bowl final. It's going to be a fascinating contest to see who will take the advantage, take control of the game.
Yeah, this game's going to turn into who can make the least mistakes, who can keep the composure in the slightly wet weather, and just enjoy it. Yeah, it's well caught there by Revolution, and they're now going to have possession again. So as I say, that pass is slightly wide from CSSE. And if they can, both teams keep the errors down, they'll find themselves in good positions. But that's going to be the key.
Yeah, it certainly will be. These conditions certainly not as challenging as we've had at certain points throughout the day. But of course, the pitch has started to churn up a little bit, and there's patches that can be really slippy throughout.
Yeah, but it's a good setup here from Revolution.
Need to find support.
Pass the way. And the score is going to be given. It's a great run through there from number 37, Martin Byrne from Revolution. A really good scoop. He's found the gap. And of course, then the last thing he needs to do is to get that pass away, being the dummy half, and made it to the wing there. And a lovely score to get them on the board.
It certainly is. And you always need to have that awareness of composure when you get into those moments when you're, of course, the acting half and trying to find a teammate. And he did just that, did Martin Byrne. And now the London Eagles will have to try and respond straight away. We've seen it so many times, though, when a team has conceded, they've tried to respond straight away. And going for the corner.
Wow.
And what a response that is.
That is a wonderful setup from London Eagles there. What you're watching, essentially, ladies and gentlemen, is a small sweep play. And they've then come back on the original side, and it's actually left the winger all out on her own there. Revolution just squeezing a bit too much. So watch this here. They've originally come on the sweep play. Number 34, CSS Eagles, cuts back, and immediately just notices the gap there. Really good work.
It certainly was. And what a start to this bowl final we've had. 3 minutes in, it's one apiece. And the Revolution look to try and respond straight away with Brian Mulholland in the thick of the action.
We've got Revolution now in the right place. So as we say, keep it here as composure and playing a good game. So Revolution have slowed down now. CSC have done well, and they're going to have to set something up here. So it's a short play. Oh, has he made it through there? No, number 18 from Revolution, not quite making the gap there. It's a good setup, though, good setup, but it will be a turnover, and London Eagles will look to get up to the side of the pitch that they want to be.
Absolutely, yeah, they've managed to keep out that attack, and London Eagles just progressing forward now, up towards halfway, making up some really good yardage on that run there. And just fading out to this near side a little bit and keeping up the run.
Yeah, certainly you've got Matt Field there doing some great work on injection of pace, and I don't think Revolution will be able to keep up with that, and the score is going to be good.
It certainly is. It's Amelia Stanley who comes in the corner on this near side, and London Eagles.
Yeah, again, Revolution, so wingers there. So on that short side, you don't want to shut in too hard because you leave that winger free and the pass can always be there. Unlucky for Revolution, but London Eagles now 2-1 up.
Absolutely, what another turnaround. We had a remarkable turnaround in the Plates Cup final just previous as London Scorpions won 6-5 after being 5-3 down. Are we going to see another one of these comeback wins, although it's very, very early days so far?
Yeah, so you can see the fatigue in both teams now as well. Unfortunately, in the conditions, you've got to just stay on your A game for this last 15 or so minutes. Already at touch 3 here for Eagles, and that's touch 4. They're going to need to inject the pace here. Ball given off very well there from Laura Balfour. And, it's so unlucky there from 76 from Eagles. It's Elliot Russell there. He was doing the right thing. They needed to scoop. It was last touch, but the wet ball just not helping as Revolution now bring on the new sets of legs.
Certainly do. Fresh faces already into the thick of it straight away. Martin Byrne, who's been involved in the try for Revolution, he's in the thick of it. Can it be just flicked on one more time? It can't on this occasion. It was close.
Again, just needed that slight bit more time. Number 19 from Revolution there was out on the wing on her own. She could have had that, but pass not quite away in time, and the penalty given away. But Revolution are going to get it back here after a bit of fumbling from CSSC.
Yeah, and Charlie Smith just leaves the field. Rebecca Hicknam comes onto this near side wing, but the play's happening on that far side for Revolution. Gary Ely with number 47 on the back of his shirt. Plays it into the centre to Martin Byrne. Martin Byrne trying to force an angle through the centre. The final pass isn't made, and London Eagles have the turnover deep inside their own territory.
Yeah, so for those of you picking up touch, issue your Revolution had there was actually that last touch was a bit too into the 7. You want a bit more space than that to be able to force the defence to have to get back to the line, which is inevitably further away. So that space closed down too quickly and panicked, which is why they lost the ball. CSC now, though, are still injecting that pace brilliantly, and but unfortunately, again, it's gone to ground. Just need that composure.
Yeah, they certainly did. It was Matt Field who was going to try and latch onto that final pass, but just couldn't grab onto it. As Jack mentioned earlier, the ball is, of course, very slippery with the conditions and making it tricky for both teams, although they're doing well under the current circumstances. And Revolution looking to force an issue going through the centre. Oh, the pass was just low, trying to grab it with one hand.
Again, right ideas. Both teams are playing the game they need to. It's that final bit. That final last bit of skill you need.
It was Claire Islands who just couldn't cling on to it, the number 8 for Revolution.
I think, to be fair, she might have words with the person who gave off the pass there. And we are now going to see a penalty given for hard touch against Revolution. So CSSC essentially gets 6 from the centre line. Nope, no one scored. It's just where we're restarting.
So here we go with CSC London Eagles trying to just force an issue.
Very clever play there from Claire Island. She was pulling out slightly, but just got a touch on the arm, and it slowed CSSC down completely. Sweep now coming in from CSSC. Oh no! I think 99 there from Revolution just got that as he slipped.
He was just it was almost like a fingertip touch in the end. It was Theo Edwards, the number 99 for Revolution, as he was going down, just got the fingertips to the touch to stop the London Eagles forcing an issue. And now they're Revolution looking to try and break down this near side touchline. Getting up to halfway. London Eagles defence pressing up high.
Yeah, so we're just going to watch now. Revolution are going to want to keep the speed, as we've seen the scoop pass off. They've got numbers over here. Touch is made by Laura Balfour, shutting in there, and it's going to be a turnover, as 23 from Revolution was indeed the dummy half.
Yeah, absolutely. As the seconds tick down in this first half, only a slender advantage for the London Eagles in what was a blistering start to this first half, and then it's just been a bit stop-start after that, but still plenty of time to go, of course, for that whole second half to come.
Yeah, I think as this half-time hooter comes, it's going to be for both teams just about cutting out the mistakes and noticing where the space is. But they're playing well here. We're going to see... Londonese again are going to get 6 more here for a hard touch from Revolution. Revolution need to be careful. There's a couple now. They don't want to be giving away too many of those.
And the hooter goes, and that is that for half-time. And it's a very slender advantage that the London Eagles currently hold. But it's a lead nonetheless, and they are 10 minutes away from winning the Bowl Cup final. Second half will come in a few moments' time.
Got to do something whilst I can't referee. Yeah, we're all good, bud. Thank you.
So we're just about to get back underway then for this second half, and it's going to be Revolution who tap off for this second, with London Eagles with that slender 2-1 advantage, and the Revolution looking to try and force the initiative in this second half. And what a start this is from Revolution. Just the start they would have wanted. In fact, it's not going to be the start they wanted. That must have been so close.
Tough call, that one, but Revolution is still coming. Oh, go on! No, touch was made and touch given.
It was an early touch called, and it's the final touch. That means it's the turnover here for the London Eagles deep inside their own half centrally.
Okay, and Revolution are now giving away the penalty for being offside. Revolution just need to hold their discipline.
They certainly do.
Okay, so CSSC coming up the middle of the field now. I haven't decided to go to the box, so these guys now in the middle here going to have to work hard. So that's fifth touch now, so we've got the scoop coming for CSSC. Going to need to pass off. He's made the space, just looking for the pass. Touch made though, couldn't quite find the pass there. And going to turn over to Revolution as they begin now. Coming to the box, getting the fresh legs. Touch one there. Laura Balfour making the good touches. Slight slip from Revolution. But getting there now as they try and drive up the middle. Oh. Okay, so I think we've got a touch called there. So it will... Okay, so penalty was given for offside there by the referee. So Revolution have the 6 more. And let's see if they can use it well here. They desperately need to try and score next.
They certainly do. It's 8 minutes remaining of this second half. Revolution need it, and it's another fumble just at the last.
They're setting up the sweep really well, but actually what they need to do though is probably go the other way. That's where the space was. And those passes need to be solid.
Yeah, they certainly do. They need to be with conviction as well, and it just hasn't been in these opening minutes of the second half. But some fresh legs come on here for the Eagles. Can they make the difference?
Yeah, okay, so that is fifth touch again for Eagles. They're going to have to go hard. Good scoop from 34. Oh!
And have they made it through? The referee deems so. Yes, they have.
Wow. To find that space from both of them and then the pass. Brilliant work from CSC there. And they needed that to try and get some clearance to Revolution on the scoreboard.
Absolutely. It's potentially a really crucial score in the grand scheme of things. Richard Brumpton for the London Eagles, and they lead by 3 tries to 1. And in these finals that can be sometimes tight and tense affairs, it could be all the difference. And again, it's that same story in the second half for the Revolution.
So CSC are doing really well to cover off the that runner who comes on the sweep or the short. And all they need to do is that runner needs to get the pass off. And Revolution, each time at the moment, not quite prepared for it, but they've done well to slow CSC here.
Yeah, they certainly have. Just good to stifle that attack, and it's what they're trying to do, try and stop that momentum driving through the centre, although this time the Eagles may be trying to work a space. And the technical area, these Revolution players in this near side tend to push and put that crucial touch in, and they do just that, but the Eagles still with a chance to try and increase that score.
Yeah, hand on the ball by Revolution, so CSC have got this 6. They're just going to have to be calm about it, not do anything stupid, or silly I should say. It's, they can run the clock here a bit, they can set something up well. It's SF there from them, but gone to the middle, both middles covering. So touch is good. That's the 3rd touch, I think.
Liam Montaner, the number 74. He's just telling the Revolution dugout on this near side, really trying to tell their team to push up, put the pressure on, and they do just that on this occasion, although it's almost taking them a sort of half second to really push up.
Yeah, and it looks like CSC have got another 6 for a hand on the ball from Revolution, and this defensive set is going to sap the energy from the defensive side here. CSC, I mean, running the clock is just what they need, but it'd be good for them to get a score as the sweep move now comes in from Elliot Russell. Pass has not quite happened though, and turnover ball.
So a big 5 minutes remain then in this bowl final. And some fresh legs come on here for Revolution, and they'll need to push and push and work hard to try and force their way back into this final, with London Eagles leading by 3 tries to 1.
Yeah, Eagles have done well with this attack. That's 4th touch already, and they're not at their own half and only going sideways. So that is 5th touch on Revolution. They've got to do something here. Who knows what? And ball has gone to ground. So CCC will get the ball in a prime position here with 6 touches as they bring on some fresh legs on the far side.
Yeah, they certainly will, and they'll do it in the knowledge that they have that 2-try advantage, of course. And the London Eagles can just sort of make sure they can run down the clock. But if they can get that 4th, that would almost all but seal this bowl final, you'd think. And the Eagles really pushing for that 4th. They're going through a central area.
Ooh, okay, so Eagles doing well to set it up here. Good scoop, just needs to get the pass off. Unfortunately, probably needed the wider pass than that, unfortunately. So it's end-to-end here from both teams, which is good, which is where they need to be. But Revolution need to capitalise on the space they're gaining. And penalty here given, so Revolution 6 more, offside from CSSC.
Absolutely, and Revolution looks to drive forward over the halfway. That's really good yardage made up, but stopped in her tracks. Olivia Jones, number 10 for Revolution. Good work by Theo Edwards, but again, it's that final pass, that final bit of handling, and that has been, certainly in this second half, Jack, has been their downfall, really, hasn't it, for Revolution?
Revolution, unfortunately, it's just need the composure. They're trying the right things, but you begin to get desperate towards the end of the games, don't you? You know how much time's left. What have we got now? Just over 3 minutes. Yep. They have won the ball back, though, which is good news for them. They need to capitalise. They need a score here to be in with a chance of winning this bowl final.
Ball's been switched out to the wing, and again, just that. It was a tough one to collect. There's a slight wind in the air that's just maybe drifted the ball slightly, but it just feels like things aren't quite clicking for the Revolution in this second half.
Yeah, tired legs now, tired legs, but they will. They'll want to end well, I'm sure, and they'll keep the pressure on London Eagles here as the drive begins. Eagles choosing not to go to the box. It's a 4-person drive into the middle, which is going to work the Revolution middles quite hard. They've got to keep the pace up, though, Eagles. They've slowed it. They've slowed down massively here.
Looking to try and switch it out to the wing and fire it back in, but that just felt like a really prime attack to try and push on that Revolution defence, and just that momentum was just lost there.
Yeah, and again, Eagles are lucky here. They've got 6 more again for a hand by Revolution. And Revolution are not helping themselves here with those kind of things in their own area. And we've got a good run here in from...
And this is potentially...
What a dive. Look at that.
Winning score from London Eagles. And it was Georgia Blessed who took the ball really nicely. Good dive, and London Eagles have all but confirmed that they will win the bowl final.
Textbook that. If you wanted to learn how to dive with a touch ball, do that. Lead with the ball, straight off, and beautiful finish. Beautiful finish.
And Revolution looking to try and force the issue. Oh, and just a bit of miscommunication. And it's just been the story of this second half, really, for Revolution, Jack.
Yeah, we can see Revolution here, right here in the box with us, and they are now frustrated with themselves. But here we go then. That is the hooter, and London Eagles 3 have won the bowl.
They certainly have, and it was a comprehensive performance in the end for London Eagles 3. A frustrating game for Revolution, certainly in that second half, because they created opportunities for themselves that they just couldn't take. in that second half, but London Eagles clinical all the way through, certainly that second half, and they are the victors of the bowl final. So, one game remains of the day, and that one game remains of this Elite National Touch series, and it is the Cup final, and it is NQ Rebels taking on the Bareback Riders. We'll be back shortly for that game.
Yeah.
You just have to like.
Oh, I'm joined by CSSE London Eagles 3's captain Laura Balfour just after a good tight match with Revolution that you've come out on top of in the bowl final. You guys must be happy to sign off the Elite NTS with the trophy.
We were somewhat surprised. We finished 24th and 22nd. The aim was 20th, and then that accidentally happened, and we don't really know what happened.
Well, you end up with the trophy. That's what happened.
I'm not complaining, but yeah.
Over the course of as you say, you've steadily improved over the course of the series. Just even by increments. You brought
Losing all of them, then not all of them.
Well, that's steady improvement. So, in terms of how the club's approached it and blooding new people into this level, how do you view it as a series as a whole? How successful that's been?
I mean, I think the CSSE approach to the series has been amazing. We put our our youngsters in our ones, and we're like, they're the future of touch. We don't need the experience. We are all relatively middle-aged. And they've just been incredible. And then the threes, apart from Mealy, who gets a shout out for being young, we're relatively experienced in the threes. And the plan is to have fun.
So you had fun?
Yeah.
And I think just in terms of the the camaraderie of the slightly more experienced members of the touch community, because I'd include Revolution in that as well.
We know every single one of them.
But it was clear on that final whistle in terms of how you guys were chatting and the camaraderie at the final whistle.
In a COVID secure manner, yeah. I mean, we've all played 27s, 35s England with them forever. Like, I've shared a room with half of them forever. So yeah, it's really nice. But we also know what they're going to do.
And obviously you knew what they were going to do and were able to nullify that in the final.
We didn't do it in the previous 2 rounds then, so...
But it's the one that matters in the finals. Just quickly, as somebody who's been around the touch community for a while in England, how have you seen the National Touch Series improve year on year and the Elite National Touch Series improve year on year this year?
I mean, it's completely night and day to where it started. And the touch that's coming out of unis is terrifying. Like, you're seeing them now in the 1s and 2s of everybody's team, and like, the future of touch is safe. They are so good. Like, beyond what we would have ever dreamed of. Like, they're Aussie New Zealand good now. Like, by the time those guys have got a bit of experience, don't laugh. By the time those guys have got a bit of experience, I think England as a whole will be threatening far more for 1s and 2s in the World Cup.
Well, that's a very nice place to finish the chat. Congratulations again, and go and receive your trophy and have a very good drink and a safe trip home tonight.
Thank you very much.
So, welcome back then. It's the final game of the day, the final game of the Elite National Touch Series here in Oxford, and I promise you this one is worth staying around for, this final game. It is the cup final. It's the first and second of the tournament of today. It's NQ Rebels taking on the Bareback Riders, also commonly known as BBR. And already, myself, I'm joined by Jack Harris once again for this final game of the National Elite Touch Series. And already, we've had a bit of a laugh, haven't we, for the game started?
It's all in good jest. BBR absolutely over the moon to win the toss and just went, right, we'll switch sub-boxes then. So that's why we've had a delay to start this game. Hooter's already gone, but what we've got here are two teams, very high-level players. Rebels in their first cup final, gonna look to want to get some silverware here as they come now on a sweep. Touch is good there from Gareth Revel from BBR. Ooh.
There's a little bit of afters there from Phillips looking to try and force that score almost inside the opening couple of seconds.
It's all in good jest, as it were. A lot of players from both teams know each other well. But as I say, NQ Rebels looking for their first silverware here. BBR made it to the final 3 weeks ago. Unfortunately, maybe didn't turn up. Looking for some silverware. But that time round, NQ Rebels, great dive in from number 8, Gabriel Pennington. Yeah, it is Gabriel Pennington. I had to look there at the handwriting.
It was Adam Brimlow as well, who was in the thick of it. Adam Brimlow was in the commentary box earlier, and he said he wanted to make an impact on this final, and he's done just that in the opening couple of seconds, setting up Gabriel Pennington for that first score of this cup final. And there's quite rightly you mentioned, Jack, this is a chance for the first bit of silverware of the NTS, of course, a relatively new formed club, as BBR look to hit back straight away. And already it's good defensive work from the NQ Rebels, Jack.
Yeah, touch was given first there for BBR before the drop happened, so they still have the ball. For reference, we've got two teams here in similar colours. NQ Rebels currently defending, going from right to left on your screen. BBR, it's a brilliant pass. And we are now going to get a turnover ball. BBR claiming or trying to claim it was touched by NQ Rebels in flight. But here they come now, and they are looking very pacey, NQ Rebels, as they begin to drive up the pitch.
Certainly do. They look pumped up for this final as they try and work their way up over the halfway line. Lots of good intensity, good yardage made up, driving through the centre. Are they going to force another opening? Adam Brimlow lays it off to Phillips. And that is the second score in the matter of minutes. And NQ Rebels have started this game flying out the traps.
Absolutely, and you need to against a team like BBR. Unfortunately there for BBR, you had the defender just slipped, so it opens up the gap there, look. And his covering defender there, number 18 from BBR, needed to go to the ball, which is why the gap opened.
So we're back underway once again with BBR looking to try and respond, looking to get their first...
Okay, BBR looking to set things up now as sweep initially comes, looking to go back the way they came, and BBR are right back in this. They were not going to let themselves not score getting down there.
Certainly is. What an exhilarating opening 3 minutes. 3 minutes, 3 scores. But it is the Rebels who have that slender advantage now, with BBR just getting back into this. BBR, of course, made the cup final in round 2 in Banbury after a poor opening first round of the NTS. And but since returning back to Banbury for that round 2, they've got themselves to the second cup final. And it is the Rebels who are looking to try and open up that 2-try advantage. Going to that far side. What another brilliant finish. Ben Meehan involved in that one, the number 12, strapping around his left knee. But he certainly found a brilliant move and pass to open it up for Rebels again.
Ben Meehan's got brilliant vision on him. He saw the space there for the winger. And it's a brilliant score, really brilliant score. BBR had to cover off what was going on in the centre. And yes, so it's 3-1 now to NQ Rebels. BBR are going to want to get another one on the scorecard here.
They certainly are. They won't want to let this game run away from them, and they want to try and keep them in arm's length. But the Rebels' defence is holding strong at the moment, and you may be able to pick up here on our mics that there'll be lots of communication from the Rebels in the technical area in front of us, directly in front of us here in the commentary box, as the Rebels look to defend, as the ball's sent out wide. BBR maybe with a chance to get within one.
What vision. Stunning vision. Absolutely. So initially set up the quickie there to go left, and you're always going to cover off that initial possible scoring area, and the last place you expect the ball to then be flung is the opposite direction to the winger you're kind of leaving alone. Brilliant vision there from BBR, and again still in this. NQ Rebels leading by 1.
Certainly is. What an entertaining opening 5 minutes, and we predicted that this could be an absolute belter, certainly in the final game of the NTS series.
Yeah, it is. NQ Rebels once again in the 7 now. It's a good step back from NQ, and well touched, I think. Yeah, from BBR, number 10.
Yeah, Phillips in the mix to the action again for NQ Rebels, as is Adam Brimlow. Alice Hobson's out on this near side as well for the Rebels, but Brimlow opts to go right, but Phillips is in the centre. Brimlow and Phillips combining again, and now they look to try and switch the play. This is the opportunity for the Rebels. And
not given for a forward pass. That final one there, unfortunately for NQ Rebels, not just coming off. BBR, being the team they are, saw that, got the ball, and went, right, we need to go. And this is the pace you get at cup level.
This is an absolutely exhilarating, scintillating matchup between these two. They're not really giving each other a chance to even catch their breath as the BBR come forward through the centre. An opportunity maybe to capitalise here. Did Brimlow get the touch? He does, just though. And that is the 6th and final touch, turnover for the Rebels. But already, Jack, their first thought is, let's get up the field, let's attack.
Absolutely. 20-minute game, you need to do that. We've said it throughout. You cannot afford, with a game this close against the opposition you're playing, for both teams to stop. And the pace is still there. Anna Crossley now for NQ Rebels as the fresh legs come on.
Absolutely, and they're flying forward, are the Rebels. Can they be stopped, though, by this BBR defence? Still flying forward, a long pass, can it be picked up? It can't, just by Emily Kelly, who was just sort of had to drift in centrally to claim the pass, but couldn't quite do so on that occasion. Yeah,
vision from Ben Meakin, once again very good, looking to step back and then find that pass to the player. That is off, and uncommon mistake there from Gareth Revel of BBR, and NQ have got this 6 now in the right spot on the pitch.
Yeah, will that be a costly mistake from Gareth Revel? His white cap on, experienced player, but he's on the back burner now. Chance for the Rebels.
Good touch. Good. Oh, no, the ball's going to be given. Score's going to be given. What a dive from Anna Crossley. And NQ Rebels once again now 2 up.
They certainly are. It's BBR 2, NQ Rebels 4, and they can see the confidence flowing through the faces here of this NQ Rebels side. They are focused and playing some scintillating touch rugby in this first half.
Yeah, they've known what they've needed to do against an opposition like this. You can't afford to switch off after the day you've had to get to where you are, the cup final. You've still got to find that last ounce of energy. There can't be anything left in the tank as you finish this game.
It certainly is. Just throw everything at it. And BBR, of course, an experienced side in NTS touch rugby. Went unbeaten for 2 years before being beaten against Hot Custard back in the NTS in 2019. So they're coming up against a formidable opponent, but the Rebels have just decided to fight fire with fire.
Absolutely. BBR are playing with 6 more here after the offside call from NQ Rebels. So it's a lovely pass, but the touch from the winger. Look at that. How did she make that? Flipping heck.
It was an incredible flying touch. He flew through the air, and the celebration was almost as loud as a try being scored. But here come BBR again, and they respond straight away.
A team like this, one wing to the other. But hold on 1 minute. Scratch that, everybody. It's not going to be given by referee Alice Watchorn. The final pass being forward. So BBR are not going to have that score and go in to half-time 2 points down to NQ Rebels.
They certainly are, and how crucial that decision proved to be in what was an explosive first half in our final game of the NTS series, the last game of the day. It's well worth sticking around for this second half of the cup final between NQ Rebels and BBR. So there goes the hooter, and at the moment it is the NQ Rebels who lead by 4 tries to 2. BBR will really want to hunt for this first try of this second half, and at the moment they're trying to work an angle. Can they find that angle? Have they got it down just in the nick of time?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Crucial.
Hold on.
The referee's deliberating here.
So you got Alice Watch on again, Scooby, lovely referee, black badge, got a lot of experience here. Think she's going to say that the touch was made first, which she is doing, but BBR know they need to score here. They need to get back on this scoreboard.
This is going to be a very fascinating second half, and that is the call from the referee.
Yeah, hard touch. Ben Meakin just didn't need to go in that tough. It's another sweet play from BBR, but he's going to find no space there.
And NQ Rebels, they just almost suffocate you that space, don't they? They really close in and they hunt in packs for sure. And BBR.
See, this is the difference with the defence. What I want you to watch here, NQ Rebels, how quickly they come off the line when they can. It's not slow. They're not taking their time. They're putting BBR under pressure. And look at that right there. 5th touch. Ball needs to be good from BBR. Oh, lovely ball. But Winger was right there for NQ Rebels, and they're going to be happy with that to not concede in that set of play.
They certainly are, and that is the first wave of attack that has been managed really well from the Rebels.
Here come Rebels then, still with a lot of pace, ready to go after the second half. Okay, and we've now got a hard touch against BBR. Both teams just maybe need to keep the composure here, because you don't want that to start affecting your game.
No, absolutely. In these crucial high-intensity moments, the composure is crucial. NQ Rebels performing really well, though, under that pressure, and maybe a chance to extend that lead. Not quite on that occasion.
Good work from BBR. Number 8 for them. Slightly left out, but did what he needed to do, was there on his own. See the difference here in defence. BBR, it's a lot slower, and it's giving NQ Rebels an opportunity to have time to set something up. It's a great dump there from NQ, looking for the pass. Oh, what a pass off there. Look at that.
That was cup final worthy from NQ Rebels, and they have almost put one hand on the trophy. It's going to take a big comeback here from BBR.
It's a lovely scoop from NQ. Come back the way BBR aren't expecting it. The switch there, number 13, the finish from NQ Rebels, stunning. Just what they needed.
Lead set number 21 with a brilliant pop-up pass to finish off. And NQ Rebels are in total control. Brimlow puts the pressure on early. BBR trying to force the way to the line, but this NQ Rebels side just seem unnerved at the moment. And again, it's another vital touch.
NQ were happy there. NQ were happy there. Oh, okay. So, going to be a turnover ball here against BBR, and they're going to be marched 10 metres for chatting back at the referee. Kevin Hobbs there in the middle, absolutely brilliant referee, actually based in Wales, top European referee at the last World Cup, knows his stuff. You don't want to start checking back at Kevin, and I think BBR have learnt that the hard way.
Certainly have, and the Rebels have just got the momentum at the moment, the wind in the sails. They are flying forward with purpose and drive and looking to try and finish this off. This would be a wonderful score if it happens.
No, so unfortunately, it's a forward pass there from NQ. But they're doing the right things. They're getting to the right place on the pitch. And BBR, it just means they've got to work that bit harder to get back to where they want to be.
Absolutely, and the Rebels' fitness levels have got to be admired as well. They've heard the word a few times throughout the day when the team loses possession, reset, and Rebels certainly have done on every occasion. And the defensive line has been brilliant in terms of driving up and getting at this BBR attacking output.
Yeah, BBR know they need to score here. It's been slowed down by NQ. But watch them now. Ben Meakin, unfortunately, not made the line. He will come back. But NQ Rebels, here we go then. Dump is good. Gareth Revel on the ball, looking for that pelter of a pass. And ball to ground, unfortunately. It was the right move to call, but it's not going to be there for now.
Yeah, a mixture of just the pass being too high and that pressure from the NQ defence. And the Rebels just absolutely in total control at the moment, attacking-wise and defensive. Almost like they've got an extra spring to their step. But as soon as I say that, they've let a loose pass go. But the Rebels, they just keep going. They tell their team to just keep focused, keep going. And BBR have a lot of work to do with just about 4.5 minutes remaining of this second half.
Yeah, BBR need to inject their own pace here. They've been slowed down at their own box, and they don't have time to be talking to each other and taking their time. They've got to set it up here well. It's good. Oh, okay, hold on a moment. Right, okay, so what happened there? The dump wasn't controlled by BBR. They've dropped the ball, but actually NQ are offside, so BBR are getting the 6 more for the penalty there.
Is that just a bit of luck that BBR need? Again, though, just in those central positions, Rebels just almost just stifling any attack.
They are really controlling that centre space really well between the middles. It's a lovely ball here from BBR. The chase out again. I was going to say, the chase again from the NQ winger
was absolutely superb. It really was, flying in at the last. You almost just thought they were going to stroll in to get that score.
And BBR didn't have anything. They have been called for the forward pass. And 10 again. BBR are going to be their own victims here.
Well,
excuse us whilst I'm getting distracted by how hyped NQ Rebels are right in front of us at the moment.
They are. They're really driving on this team on the pitch and off it. And at the heart of it, on the touchlines for sure, and on the pitch is Ben Meehan, who's really forcing the issue for NQ Rebels. They're just positive and forcing their side forward. And it's brilliant work from the NQ Rebels. Will they go right? They do go right, but it's just too high for the winger on this near side to claim.
NQ won't mind that too much. They have got BBR down to their own end of the pitch and all their own work now to do. It's a hard touch there from 13 from NQ Rebels. So that means that BBR get the 6 to restart. Oh, that's clever play from NQ. The BBR player just slightly overstepped the mark, but they're adding the pace here.
Yeah, the energy levels and the sense of urgency is raised in the play of BBR. They know that it's really now or never. They need to get a score very soon, but it's another crucial touch just on the line. John Ingram.
It's not going to happen.
Levels.
It's not going to happen. BBR, 6 more. Ben Meehan offside.
You do get that sense that it's going to be NQ who are going to cross the line and get this cup final victory. And every defensive effort is being cheered to the rafters here on this near side in front of us. You'll be able to pick this up on the commentary mics, although there's maybe a last charge here for BBR. No, it's a final touch, and that is probably that, Jack.
Need to see the number of the winger out there from NQ Rebels. That's probably about 3 try-saving touches she has made from chasing out. Amazing, amazing work. Especially that one in the first half with the dive. That was something to behold.
Certainly was, but NQ Rebels. Adam Brimlow now in possession, just arcing his run, just chasing away from that pack of BBR players into the final few seconds now. That hooter will be bellowing out very shortly with NQ Rebels in possession of the ball on the halfway line and now into BBR territory, just where they'll want to be, coming into the final few seconds of this second half. And overall, Jack, I don't think there can be really any complaints as NQ Rebels look to finish it off in style. Not quite, but I'm sure the Rebels will be absolutely delighted with this performance.
They're going to have 6 more here for, again, hand in there from BBR. So NQ Rebels just need to see this last 20 seconds out now.
Yeah, seconds ticking down, and victory is within touching distance. There goes the hooter. NQ Rebels look to finish off in style. It's scintillating from NQ Rebels, and they've wrapped up what has been a comprehensive, brilliant performance in the cup final. The final match of this NTS series has been a belter, and it's been an incredible performance from NQ Rebels. Jack, thoroughly deserved winners.
Absolutely. NQ knew the stall they wanted to set out against a side like BBR, and actually towards the end of the game, NQ keeping their heads, BBR were getting frustrated and you could see it. But yeah, wonderful play, absolutely wonderful play from both sides. Brilliant to see, but NQ Rebels, very, very deserved winners.
No, they certainly are. What a performance that was from NQ Rebels. And just to wrap up the winners of each of the competitions, it was a fantastic game between the Scorpions and the Hoods in the plate final, which Scorpions won 6-5. London Eagles 3 came out on top against Revolution 4-1 in the bowl final, and it's been a brilliant performance from the NQ Rebels over the Bareback Riders to claim the cup final. However, it will be Wigan Touch who will claim the overall competition of the NTS series. But what a way to round off what has been a fantastic 3 weekends of rugby in the NTS series, Jack. It's great to be back. It's been brilliant.
Yeah, it's as you mentioned Wigan actually, and they do deserve a mention here. Actually, the key bit for them has been they've been the most consistent team throughout the 3 weeks, which is why they're winning the overall competition. Very strong side up there up north, and yeah, they will receive the shield for being overall winners of the Elite National Touch Series.
Absolutely, it's been a brilliant day here in Oxford. The players have battled all the elements throughout the day. We've had pouring rain, we've had a little bit of sunshine at some point during the day, overcast skies with a bit of wind as well, so it's all these players have really had to battle the elements at times. And NQ Rebels have played a couple of games in real downpour rain, so it's more of a testament to them that they've managed to hold on.
Well, absolutely, it's show of a good side when you can play through all those conditions, come through the opposition that they have, and all you can say after a day like today is a number of the players now are going to go over to their regional sides for next week at the Open Nationals. This series has certainly G'd everyone up, warmed everyone up, and as we move to the Open Nationals next week, you're going to see another level, if that's even possible, after the game we've just watched.
Well, we will be joining Chris Waremouth, who will be having an interview with NQ Rebels captain, which will be Ben Meathen, and we will be handing over to an interview very shortly.
Joined by Ben Meakin, who is one of the main men from the NQ Rebels, and whose loudness we could probably hear in Bicester on that. Ben, just have a quick chat to me about that final, and especially just in defence first off.
Oh, I tell you what, it was been a long time coming, that final. Us getting into a final and then us defending like we did. I think you look at our winger Carly, who was on the far wing. She was amazing. She made every touch. She made diamond touches. She was just incredible. And that's where we won the game, really.
Yeah, this as far as the team's concerned, you're new onto the circuit this year. You've brought players from different clubs who've come together to compete at this level, and compete you have by winning the last cup of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And the biggest thing about NQ was always about learning and trying to get players playing at a higher standard in the Manchester region, and we've definitely done that, and that's obviously shown on the pitch today that we're all learning as a team and we're all developing as individuals to make that team performance.
How have you developed that over the course of the past month or so?
It's not a month. We started, Gabe, Josh and I and Alice had a discussion January last year and said, right, let's start this high performance touch in Manchester, and the team has just got better individually. Coach Gabe has just done so well with the players that have come from other teams that wanted to develop, and they've just done amazing, and listened and learned. That's the biggest thing, listening and learning.
A quick one, first off, individually, there's 10 years and this is the first cup title that you've won as a player.
Absolutely.
So what does it mean for you as an individual?
I've been crying. I cry at most things, but I think that's a touch highlight. I've won gold medals at Euros and done well at World Cups, but I've never won one, and that means a lot to me.
And I'm just about to bring Bobby Taylor in from Wigan Warriors, who've won the overall Elite National Touch Series.
Yes.
You've won a cup today. They've won the overall thing. In terms of the strength of elite club touch in the Northwest at the moment, just sum that up for me.
Well, we'll find out next week at Nationals, won't we? But from a club perspective, what Wigan have done when a few of us left to start NQ Rebels, I actually messaged Jordan after their title win and went, I'm so proud of what he's done in Wigan again, and gone back to do what they've done. They've done amazing, and fair play to them. Congratulations for the series win. And
congratulations to you, Ben, and go off and have a well-deserved cool down and lots of Calpol, as you said beforehand, because you've not been feeling very well. Bobby Taylor, we've got from Wigan Warriors, just coming in just to have a bit of a quick chat about the overall series win, Bobby. From your perspective. As far as Wigan's concerned, you guys must be absolutely thrilled by the consistency you've shown over the course of the entire series.
Yeah, no, over the moon. I mean, top 8 finishes in every of the 3 tournaments, third, first and fifth. you can't ask for more than that. The team have given it their all over all 3 weekends, so it's fantastic.
In terms of, I was just chatting to Ben about how, and this is something I spoke to one of the coaches about last week. I spoke to Gary Povil about it a couple of weeks ago, about how the club's brought through youngsters. You've had players leave to join NQ. In terms of from a playing perspective, how have you guys then approached that and developed everything?
Well, I think I echo what Gary said last time. It's, at the first day was a little bit of a period we went through, but the strength of the people coming through, as Gary said, we merged with the Oral teams, and it's given everybody else an extra opportunity to step up and be that leader in the team. And instead, we've got the people working tirelessly behind the scenes. Gary, Steve, Jeff, Jordan also coaching and playing. It's just fantastic, testament to the club.
And a quick one, and also from a club's perspective, Jake Melling's been injured all the way through the year, but he's churning and burning a ridiculous amount of quality social media content as well. Has that been part of you've got the town on your shirts and everything like that. Has that been a really? I mean, it comes across as a very conscious thing that you've done as a club as well.
Definitely, no. We want to embody Wigan and be proud of that. I think it's the first NTS that's ever been won overall by a British team, English team even. So it's that passion for the Wigan jersey in the town that's really good. You
brought me on nicely to that in terms of the all English nature of the team. Both in terms of from England, but also from the region. It just means a massive amount.
Incredible. The development through the Northwest is fantastic, both in the men's and the women's and the mixed. As Ben said, we'll find out next weekend if that comes to fruition. But NQ today winning the cup, us Wigan winning the overall, it's really, really good.
And also just in terms of the strength and depth across the country, the London was traditionally the stronghold of it. Now the Northwest is really growing as well. Probably any one of 10, 12 teams could have, been in this match today, could have been competitive at the top of or have been competitive at the top as well. And from touch in the country is just exploding.
Yeah, fantastic. You look at how Touch was, 6 years ago when I first started. It's grown on amazingly, and the quality is fantastic, which is what we want to do. We want to play at the top level.
Bobby, congratulations, and we'll give you a trophy to you in just a second.
Fantastic. Cheers, Chris.
I'm so...
Well, there we go. That wraps up the Elite National Touch Series here at Oxford Rugby Club. 3 rounds of rugby comes to a close, and it was a win in the Cup final for NQ Rebels over BBR. A scintillating performance from NQ Rebels, but it is Wigan Touch Warriors who win the overall NTS trophy. It's been a brilliant 3 weeks of touch rugby, and it all came to a close today. Well done to all our winners in the Cup, Plate and Bowl finals, and well done and a huge congratulations to Wigan Touch Warriors, who have won the overall Elite National Touch Series. We'll be back once again tomorrow, providing live coverage on the England Touch YouTube and Facebook pages for the Development National Touch Series that will get underway at 10 a.m. tomorrow. But for myself, Bradley Hope, and from England Touch, thank you very much for watching this afternoon and morning, and we'll see you bright and early again for tomorrow for the Development Touch Series.